Hello students, now today we will start your chapter 2 polynomials. So polynomials, I think you have learnt about polynomials in class 9th. So this is your very easy chapter. So before starting your polynomials, now we just recall your what is the definition of your polynomials and your types of polynomials. So your definition of polynomial what? Polynomial means an algebraic expression in which your degree of variable is positive integral. It means your non-negative integral. An algebraic expression in which your degree of variable is non-negative integrals. Okay, so that is your definition of polynomial. And now your in mathematically you can write your expression. It means an expression of the form your expression of the form p of x is equal to a0 plus a1x plus a2 x square in this way up to a n x to the power n. Look here, an expression in the form of an expression of the form of p of x is equal to your a0 plus a1x plus a2x square up to n nth power. It means an x to the power n is called your polynomial in x of degree n. This is the polynomial in x of degree your n, where a to the power n is not is equal to 0. Why? This is the polynomial of your degree n. Once again, listen, an expression of the form p of x is equal to a0 plus a1x plus a2x square plus up to nth power an x to the power n is called the polynomial in x of degree n, where an is not equal to 0. Why? Why here an is not equal to 0? Why not? Your a1, a2, this not equal to 0. Look here, polynomial of degree n. Here, power is n. If this term is 0, this the total term is 0. If total term 0, then what left? Your polynomial left up to your power n minus 1. So that is your polynomial of degree n minus 1. So here a0, a1, a2 what? These are the real numbers. a0, a1, a2, a3, an are real numbers. Okay, so this is the your definition of your polynomial. Now look here, a1x, a2x square, a3x cube, a4 x to the power 4 up to your nth form. This is in increasing order. Okay, so your polynomial always in increasing or decreasing order. So suppose that your question is root x plus 5. Root x plus 5. This is your polynomial. This is your polynomial. Root x. Root x means your degree of x. Your power of x is what? X to the power 1 by 2. 1 by 2 plus 5. So this is what? This is your fraction. This is your rational number. But your, according to our definition, your power, it means your degree of x, it means your degree of variable is non-negative integer. It means only positive integers. This is only positive integer. So this is your not polynomial. Okay, now we'll discuss about your types of polynomial. Actually, there are 4 types. It's special name. Your linear. Second is your quadratic. Third is your cubic. And fourth one is your biquadratic. Okay. This is linear polynomial. Linear polynomial means what? Polynomial of degree 1. Polynomial of degree 1. This is called your linear. Your standard form, your form of linear polynomial is your ax plus b. Ax plus b is the form of your linear equation. Look here, your x is variable and your power is nothing, means your power is 1 and here degree is 1 and your condition is a not equal to 0. It means your coefficient of x is not is equal to 0 and your quadratic the same as your linear. Your degree, polynomial having degree 2, your degree 2, your degree is 2. The form is, your form is x square plus bx plus c, where a is not equal to 0. Because if a is 0, this term is 0 total. And then what left? Your bx plus c left, and this is your linear. So for cubic, your degree is 3. So your form is what? ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d, and here a is not equal to 0. Okay, but maybe b, c, d may be zeros, no problem. But your coefficient of x cube is not equal to 0. And the biquadratic, your degree equal to 4. So your form of biquadratic, look here, biquadratic, your degree is 4, and here your polynomial, look at your polynomial in descending order, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. This is your constant. There is no polynomial. This is your constant term. And your condition is what? Your a is not equal to 0. Because this is your biquadratic polynomial, and your polynomials having your degree 4 is called your biquadratic. So here, this is the general form of your biquadratic polynomial. X to the power 4 plus bx cube, x square plus bx plus e. And your condition is a is not equal to 0. So this is the types of your polynomials. Now we'll discuss about your zeros of polynomial. What is your zeros of the polynomial? If your polynomial is p of x, then alpha is called the zeros of the polynomial if p of alpha is equal to 0. Look here, if p of x be a polynomial at alpha is any number, your alpha is any real number. After putting your value of x, this is your x equal to alpha. After putting your value of alpha, if the result is 0, then alpha is called zeros of the polynomial. Okay, zeros of the polynomial means after putting your value of alpha in p of x, if 0, then alpha is called the zeros of the polynomial. Okay, suppose that your polynomial is 2x plus 2. This is your polynomial. P of x is equal to 2x plus 2. Now, what is the zeros of this polynomial? Look here. This is your which type of polynomial? Linear. This is your linear polynomial. So, according to degree, your linear polynomial, there is 1 0. In quadratic polynomial, there is 2 zeros because here the degree is 2. Cubic, 3 zeros. And biquadratic, there are 4 zeros. Now, look here. What is the zeros of this polynomial? If you put alpha, your given number, suppose that x, your value of alpha is equal to -1. Alpha is your any real number, p of -1. It means now put in place of x is -1, 2 into -1 plus 2. This is -2 plus 2 is equal to 0. So here p of -1 is equal to 0. So -1 is called zeros of the polynomial of p of x. Okay. So now we'll discuss about relation between your coefficient and your zeros of a quadratic polynomial. Relation between zeros and coefficient of a quadratic polynomial. Okay, this is a point. Relation between zeros and coefficient of a quadratic polynomial. So your standard form of your quadratic polynomial, p of x, let p of x is equal to, this is a quadratic means your degree is 2, x square plus bx plus c. This is the standard form. Now, your quadratic means there are 2 zeros of quadratic polynomial. So let alpha and beta be the zeros of p of x. Here alpha and beta be the zeros of given polynomial. It means in quadratic polynomial. So x minus alpha and x minus beta are the factors of p of x. Look here, your main important point is if alpha and beta are the zeros of the given polynomial, it means your quadratic polynomial, then x minus alpha and x minus beta are the factors of p of x. So we can write ax square plus bx plus c is equal to k is your constant. Okay. X square plus bx plus c is equal to product of your one constant and the product of your factors. Now to multiply it, you multiply x square your x, take the common, alpha plus minus, take out the common, minus, so alpha plus beta plus, clear? Here only to multiply, nothing. Now this is equal to what? This is your left hand side. X square plus bx plus c is equal to kx square minus kx into alpha plus beta plus k into, this is a whole multiplied with k, so k into alpha into beta. Now comparing on the coefficient of x. Now comparing the coefficient of x. Look here, this is compare. Now on comparing the coefficient of x. Look here, your x square is equal to your the degree coefficient of x of degree in your polynomial, x square equal to your kx square. It means your k equal to a. The same way here bx equal to your minus kx alpha plus beta and your xx cancel, b equal to minus k, here value of k is a. Now put here a, alpha plus beta is equal to alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a, and one left here, that is here look, third term your c equal to your k alpha into beta. The value of k is a and alpha into beta is equal to your c by a. This is the relation between your zeros and coefficient of your quadratic polynomial. Relation, look here, relation what? Your sum of zeros. It means your alpha plus beta, sum of zeros is equal to minus b by a. So what is your b? B is your coefficient of x. So sum of zeros is equal to minus coefficient of x divided by the coefficient of x square. The same way, your product of zeros, it means alpha into beta is equal to c by a. It means this is your constant term by the coefficient of a. The same as your cubic polynomial. So only we will discuss only the formulas, because your relation between your cubic and quadratic both are same. So you can prove your relation between zeros of your zeros and coefficient of cubic polynomial, same as your quadratic polynomial. Okay, so here alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to minus b by a. What is b? You write your cubic polynomial. This is your cubic polynomial, x cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. Okay, so alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to minus b by a. What is b? B your coefficient of x square. And what is a? The coefficient of x cube. And then alpha into beta plus beta into, here cubic means the three zeros. Alpha, beta and gamma. The three zeros. Just like your quadratic. In quadratic there are two zeros. Alpha and beta. If there is biquadratic, there are four zeros. So alpha into beta plus beta into gamma plus gamma into alpha is equal to c by a. So what is c? C your coefficient of x and a your coefficient of x cube. Then your alpha into beta into gamma, it means product of zeros, is equal to minus d by a. What is d? D your constant term and a your coefficient of x cube. So these are the relation between zeros and coefficient of your cubic polynomial. And your, if alpha, beta and gamma are the three zeros of cubic polynomial, then what is your polynomial? It means your polynomial of alpha, beta, gamma is p of x equal to x cube minus your polynomial is, when given alpha, beta and gamma are the zeros, x cube minus this is your polynomial where given alpha, beta and gamma given your 0. This is a cubic polynomial, and the same as for quadratic polynomial. Your quadratic polynomial is your x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha into beta. Your two zeros. Okay, this is the polynomial of quadratic polynomial where alpha and beta zeros are given. This is your quadratic and this is your cube. Okay, so now your lesson 2 completed. Thank you. And next we will discuss about your next video.